Going on tonight, there are more twists and turns in the money trail linked to the Kilpatrick Corruption Trial.
7 Action News investigator Heather Catallo spent the day in court where federal prosecutors hammered away at the former Detroit mayor's civic fund once again. Heather?
That's right. The feds, though, are about to move on to the extortion chapter in the Kilpatrick corruption case. But first, they brought in more people to tell the jury about how money from Kwame Kilpatrick's nonprofit fund was spent. As Kwame Kilpatrick packed up the Manoogian mansion and prepared to head to jail in 2008, his family needed a place to stay. Today, the realtor who leased an apartment to the former First family took the witness stand in the Kilpatrick corruption case. Federal prosecutors showed the jury nearly $13,000 in checks from the nonprofit Kilpatrick Civic Fund that were used to secure an apartment inside the Park Shelton high-rise. Detroit's ex-mayor and 3 co-defendants are on trial, accused of running a criminal enterprise, including misspending donations to the Civic Fund. 3 more donors from various investment and engineering firms testified about $39,000 their companies gave to the Civic Fund in the hopes of helping the Detroit community. Those checks were sent from other states, which the government is using to establish the mail fraud elements of the charges against Kilpatrick. The assistant U.S. attorneys are now moving into the extortion chapter of the case, which means defense lawyers are preparing for a whole new group of witnesses.
Well, we'll get ready for the witnesses as they come.
It's just part of the process. You know, we got to get to the next phase, and now we're at it. We're on the government schedule, so we're in their case, not mine.
As 7 Action News first reported earlier this week, John Rutherford is expected to testify soon, likely tomorrow. The feds say Kilpatrick and his father Bernard Kilpatrick solicited and took bribes totaling more than $500,000 from the former homeless shelter owner. Rutherford is cooperating in the hopes of getting possible leniency in a tax evasion conviction. Federal prosecutors say in exchange for the bribes, Kilpatrick took several official actions to further Rutherford's casino development plan.
So now you have someone who is going to say that, yeah, I was extorted or I was a willing payer of bribes. Those are 2 sides essentially of the same coin, but it now takes you into what the government wants to prove, that this was an enterprise designed to misuse authority for personal gain.
Also today, the former owner of a preschool testified about a $5,000 check the school got from the Civic Fund. The Kilpatrick twins attended the preschool, and the check was used for things like a kinder prom and graduation activities. The defense called it a community event and suggested the contribution was in line with the intent of the nonprofit fund. Testimony in the case continues tomorrow.